Welcome to the deep dive, and today we're going to explore the life of Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, you know him as the Amazon guy,
Right.
but we've got some sources here, some biographical details, relationship timelines, some recent news articles.
Interesting.
It reveals a side of Bezos you might not know. We're talking about his early years, his passions that aren't just business.
Okay.
Surprising things like, did you know he was adopted?
I did not know that.
Yeah, and then there's the whole space thing.
Right. The space exploration.
It goes deeper than you might think.
I bet it does.
So it's fascinating how often we just reduce these complex figures to like one narrative.
Yeah, you're right.
With Bezos, it's so easy to just think Amazon's success story.
Yeah,
But there's more.
absolutely.
Like his adoption.
Oh, right.
He was adopted by his Cuban immigrant stepfather, Mike Bezos.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting, right?
Yeah,
You don't hear that often.
you really don't.
And that multicultural upbringing, you know. Could that have played a role in how he sees the world?
It's an interesting thought for sure.
His approach to risk and innovation.
Yeah, could be.
I mean,
Growing
right.
up like that in a multicultural family, it often, fosters adaptability, broader perspective even.
Right.
Maybe those things led to his willingness to, embrace new ideas and go against the grain a little.
Yeah, challenge conventional thinking.
Right.
It's like the foundation
Yeah, like the basis.
for that garage startup story.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do.
Quitting a stable Wall Street job.
Yeah, to just sell books online.
Right.
That's audacious for sure.
You got to have a certain level of, I don't know,
Boldness.
yeah, audacity.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just him being risky.
Oh, of course not.
He deeply understood trends. You
All
know,
of us coming.
the internet was going to change everything.
Right.
He had that conviction.
Yeah, and it wasn't just about selling books.
No.
It was that experience.
Right. Creating the customer-centric,
Seamless.
that seamless,
Centric experience.
which he famously called, customer obsession.
Customer obsession, yeah.
And that wasn't just good customer service.
Right, it was more than that.
This customer obsession led to some big innovations.
Yeah, some really big ones.
Like what?
Well, think about like one-click shopping.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime,
Right.
those were huge game changers.
In e-commerce.
Totally.
Driven by Bezos.
Yeah, by Bezos and his like relentless focus on exceeding expectations.
Like he was thinking ahead.
Always.
What do customers want before they even know they want it?
Exactly.
And Amazon's internal culture, was built around this idea.
Constantly like iterating, experimenting.
Yeah. Improving, improving, improving.
Always improving that customer experience.
And it wasn't just anecdotal.
Right.
Like, look at Amazon's valuation.
$1 trillion value regime.
Bezos' own wealth.
Yeah.
All of that.
I think it's important to remember, though,
What's that?
while financial success, that's a big outcome, in many ways it was a byproduct
Oh, okay.
of that commitment
To innovation, right?
to innovation, to customer satisfaction.
So it wasn't like the end goal.
Right. It was more like the result.
A result of the culture he built.
Exactly.
Of course, it wasn't all,
Burn all
perfect.
sunshine and
The
roses.
dot-com crash,
Right. Almost took out Amazon.
along with so many other
You
companies.
so many?
But Bezos was resilient,
Yeah. He got through it.
navigated that crazy time.
For sure.
But even though he showed that resilience,
Yeah.
his leadership has come under scrutiny.
Of course.
I mean, Amazon has faced criticism over labor practices.
Right. And environmental impact.
Yeah, and those are complicated issues.
Oh, yeah. Really complex.
Strong arguments on, all sides.
Definitely.
So how do you weigh it all?
Right.
The successes against these concerns.
It's a question worth thinking about.
It is.
It is.
It's a reminder that even the most brilliant minds
And successful companies.
aren't immune to challenges.
Yeah. And controversial.
This ability to get through tough times,
Mm-hmm.
that's part of how Bezos operates.
Mm-hmm.
Not just in business,
Right.
but also in his personal life.
Interesting.
Like, think about his 25-year marriage to MacKenzie Scott.
Oh, yeah.
She was there from the start.
The very beginning.
Saw the rise of Amazon.
Firsthand. Yeah.
Makes you wonder about their partnership,
Yeah.
especially those early days.
When it was all so uncertain,
Yeah.
Mackenzie Scott's role back then,
Uh-huh.
it was more important than people realize. She wasn't just like a supportive spouse. She was in the business.
Oh, wow.
Like from accounting to
Mhm.
customer service.
Seriously.
Yeah, even helping shape Amazon's early focus on books.
So she was really involved.
Very involved.
It highlights how partners contribute
Yes.
to these big entrepreneurial journeys.
These journeys, yeah.
You don't always hear about that.
You don't. It's true.
And even their divorce, which, let's be honest, could have been a mess.
With all that money involved?
Exactly. Oh, absolutely.
But it was handled well.
Maturely.
Respectfully.
Yeah, it's rare to see that.
Especially with such high-profile people.
Yeah, you're right.
MacKenzie Scott became one of the wealthiest women in the world.
She did, yeah.
Which says a lot.
It does.
About their commitment to fairness.
Yeah.
Even while separating.
Even during a separation.
Yeah.
It's pretty remarkable.
It really is.
Yeah, it really did set a precedent.
And that focus on partnership?
Yeah.
It goes beyond his personal life.
It does.
He's always looked for strong collaborators.
Yeah, collaborators, like-minded people.
People who can help him reach his goals.
Achieve those big ambitions.
Which brings us to the next chapter.
Oh, right.
Lauren Sánchez.
Lauren Sánchez.
This one seemed to come out of nowhere.
Yeah, it kind of did.
Especially because Bezos was so private before.
Right. He was.
It makes you wonder what changed.
What made him embrace the spotlight like that? Yeah. Yeah, especially with a new partner.
Yeah, maybe it's about his priorities changing.
Oh, okay.
As he stepped back from Amazon.
Right, not running things day to day anymore.
Yeah.
And Sánchez, she's not exactly someone who avoids attention.
No, she isn't.
She comes from media, right?
Yeah, and she's got her own ventures going on.
So she brings a different energy.
A different dynamic for sure.
It's interesting how much people care about.
I know, it's fascinating.
The personal lives of these powerful people.
Yeah, it really is.
Like we're trying to decode them.
Yeah, like there's some secret.
Figure out what makes them tick.
Right, beyond what we see publicly.
Totally. It fuels all the rumors.
The speculation.
Remember that Aspen wedding?
Oh, yeah. The supposed $600 million wedding.
What a spectacle.
Even though it was just a rumor.
Yeah, it was a rumor.
It shows you how much we're fascinated by the ultra-wealthy, their lifestyles.
Like there's that wonder.
Yeah, bit of envy maybe.
Like what would you do with that kind of money?
It's easy to think about.
But beyond the headlines and the gossip, what really drives someone like Bezos?
Yeah.
He could just relax, enjoy life.
He could.
But he keeps pushing.
He does.
Taking on new challenges.
It's like a certain mindset.
Right.
That relentless pursuit.
Yeah, not just about money.
No, it's got it more than that.
Some say it's that need.
Yeah.
To innovate.
To innovate, to leave a mark on the world.
Or maybe it's about tackling problems that excite him.
Oh, interesting.
Like space exploration.
Right. He's loved that since he was a kid.
It's been a lifelong thing.
Yeah, it has.
His company, Blue Origin.
Blue Origin.
It's not just rockets.
No, it's bigger than that.
It's his vision.
For humanity in space.
Reusable launch vehicles.
Yes, space infrastructure.
They're even looking at lunar settlements.
Wow.
It sounds like science fiction.
Yeah.
But Bezos has a way.
He does.
Of making those impossible ideas happen.
Yeah, he does.
But not everyone's on board.
Oh, right.
There are concerns.
Of course.
About the environmental impact of space travel.
Yeah.
Should we be spending resources on space?
Yeah.
When we have problems here on Earth?
It's a fair point.
Yeah.
Bezos's ventures often spark these debates.
Yeah.
About our priorities.
As a society, right.
Right. Like, what should we be focusing on?
How do we balance progress with the consequences?
Potential consequences.
It's like he's a lightning rod.
Yeah, he is.
For admiration.
And criticism.
Yeah, both.
Sure. Definitely.
And speaking of criticism,
Amazon's
been under fire.
For its labor practices.
And environmental impact.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder, is Bezos trying to, make up for that?
With his philanthropy?
Yeah. Is that why he's doing all this giving?
Well, he did start the Bezos Earth Fund.
Right, $10 billion.
Yeah, to fight climate change.
And then there's the...
Day One Families Fund.
Right, for homelessness.
Yeah.
These are big investments.
They are.
In important areas.
Some of the biggest challenges we face.
So it makes you think.
It does.
Is there a connection?
Between the giving and the criticisms?
Is he trying to, I don't know.
Balance the scales?
Yeah, balance the scales.
It's a tough question.
It is.
No easy answer.
Some people might say it's genuine.
A genuine attempt to do good.
Others might say
it's more strategic.
To protect his reputation.
Right.
But whatever the reason.
Yeah.
He's using his wealth to do something.
Yes.
To address these issues.
It shows that even the most successful people, companies...
are always changing.
Evolving.
Yeah. Rethinking their priorities.
Responding to the world around them.
And speaking of evolving...
Yeah.
Have you noticed Bezos' personal transformation?
You mean...
Like how he looks?
Oh, yeah. How he's like, turn back time.
Yeah, he looks fitter.
More energy.
Younger even.
Rejuvenated.
It's like he's taking that same drive.
That ambition.
And applying it to himself.
To his well-being.
It's like he's fighting against aging.
Yeah, it
shows a personal growth.
Yeah.
It can happen any time.
At any stage of life.
Yeah, it's inspiring, right?
It is.
Like he's starting fresh.
Yeah, new phase.
Full of energy.
And new possibilities.
It brings us back to that question. What drives someone like Bezos?
Yeah.
Why keep pushing?
When you've already achieved so much.
Right.
Like most people can only dream of this kind of success.
Is it that curiosity?
The one we talked about?
Yeah, always wanting to explore and learn?
Could be.
Or is it, I don't know.
Something deeper. It's probably a mix of things.
Okay, like what?
That drive to innovate, to solve hard problems, create something new.
Something that matters.
Right, that makes a difference.
And then there's the legacy thing.
Yeah, leaving a mark on the world.
It makes you think about how we define success.
Right, what does it really mean?
For some people, it's money.
Yeah.
Wealth.
For their job, their achievements.
Accomplishments.
But Bezos, it seems like he's going beyond that.
Pushing those boundaries.
Always striving for more.
It makes us think about our own definitions,
Yeah.
What are we passionate about?
What impact do we want to make?
Big questions.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
yeah,
it's clear that Bezos, he's not just the Amazon guy.
He's more than that.
He's complex.
Multifaceted.
He represents both, the good and the bad.
The triumphs and the challenges.
Of our times, this digital age.
Right. This time we live in.
His story shows us
that innovation.
And ambition.
Controversy.
Scrutiny.
And that even the most successful people are still growing.
Still evolving.
So what's the one thing you want our listener to take away?
That's a good question.
From all of this?
People see Bezos as the ultimate entrepreneur.
Yeah.
The guy who made it in the digital world.
Right.
But it's also about reinvention. Pushing those boundaries.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Finding new challenges.
Even when you've already done so much.
Right. Even when you've reached the top.
It reminds us that life.
Yeah.
It's not about the destination.
It's about the journey.
It's dynamic.
Full of twists and turns.
And unexpected chances to grow.
What drives someone who's already achieved so much?
It's a great question.
The question we should all ask ourselves.
It really is. Powerful way to end this.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for guiding us through this. And to our listener, thank you for joining us on this exploration. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep striving for your own personal liftoff.